What's up, Jacksonville? I'm Jamie Curlew.
I'm Garrett Teague.
And I'm Pam Roman.
Welcome to another edition of JaxParks TV. We're bringing you today's show from Dutton Island Preserve, just east of the Intercoastal Waterway here in Atlantic Beach.
That's right, Jamie. In today's program, we're going to check out the SPA World Series, find out more about the partnership JaxParks has with the Boselli Foundation, take a tour of the preserve around the Intercoastal Waterway, and then head down the street for a walk in the park at the Dutton Island Preserve Expansion.
Now throughout the show, we'll talk to you about some of the sights and amenities that you'll find here at Dutton Island, like this walking trail, which is great for getting exercise and enjoying the view along the way. Now parks are great for our quality of life, but they also can be a major economic driver for the city. One of the areas that does that is through athletics. Recently, I attended an event that not only emphasized health and wellness for seniors, but also brought in significant dollars. Hundreds of players and fans recently gathered at Ringhaver Park in Jacksonville for the opening ceremonies of the first ever Softball Players Association World Series. This tournament included 42 senior teams from 18 different states and 2 teams from Canada that all traveled here to continue competing with their friends in the sport they love. Of course, everyone here came to win, but it's also a social event that keeps them active as they get older.
We're to play softball. We're called the Sportaculars Canada 70 team, and we have been competing since 1989. We started as a 50 team, and we've graduated. We've graduated up to 70 plus.
We've known each other as kids playing ball, and we've just decided to play senior softball in 1998, and we've all stayed together and we travel around playing different tournaments.
Besides maintaining healthy lifestyles, these seniors are also playing an important role in stimulating the local economy here in Jacksonville.
Senior adults that still play softball, they spend a lot of money wherever they go, and we are just excited to have them in Jacksonville.
In fact, a study by Florida First Coast Softball Association and the city of Jacksonville estimated that the economic impact of this tournament was well over $2 million, and other recent tournaments, such as Florida's Half Century Tournament and the Fall Stampede, brought in over $1 million. I sat down with the city's Executive Director of Sports and Entertainment to get his thoughts on the impact of events like these.
But one area that we've got to focus on as a city is the grassroots events. Very similar to what we talked about with softball tournaments or Little League tournaments or soccer tournaments. Everybody likes to think of the economic impact of the big events, but those events cumulatively and bringing them together are huge economic drivers, and they're more consistent because they come on a weekly basis or a monthly basis versus a one-time event that just comes and leaves. And so it's more than just heads and beds. It's selling Jacksonville to people that are coming here that have never been here. You know, you ought to bring your family here for a vacation. Heck, if you're going to do a second home, buy it in Jacksonville. If you're going to do a beach home, buy it in Jacksonville. So we're really trying to capture the hearts and minds of everybody.
And JaxParks helps the city hit a home run in marketing by ensuring that our fields are maintained properly to keep our visitors wanting to come back for more.
It's been great, not too hot and perfect temperature for ball. The fields are great. We've had no problem with them. Kept well, groomed well, and we're very happy here.
This is our first time playing in Jacksonville. It's a great city. We love it, and people are great. The parks are terrific. Ball players appreciate good fields to play on. They don't want to play in cow pastures. This is a beautiful field, and we like the venue.
Yes, sir. I hope I'm able to move like that when I'm older. Those ladies were in their 70s, and look how they were moving around. Now let's see what's coming up next here at JaxParks. We have several events to add to your calendar. Coming up Saturday, December 8th, Sierra Club's second Saturday Hikes explores the Jacksonville Baldwin Rail Trail. To sign up, just go to meetup.com/Sierra Club Northeast Florida Group. It's time for JaxParks' annual holiday blast camp, December 17th through the 21st at select recreation centers. For more information, visit JaxParks.com and select the events link. The free camp is for ages 6 to 12. Spaces available on a first-come, first-served basis. Make plans now for the 2013 Road to a Lusty Living History Weekend at Camp Milton Historic Preserve. School Experience Day is Friday, February 8th. Weekend activities for the entire family are Saturday and Sunday, February 9th and 10th. For more information about JaxParks events and activities, visit online at JaxParks.com. When we come back, one of Jacksonville's partners is serving up more than just turkey and dressing. Stay with us.
I'm Mayor Alvin Brown, here to tell you about the City of Jacksonville's first mobile app to help you prepare for hurricane season. Jax Ready helps you monitor fire and weather threats, get evacuation alerts in the event of a natural disaster, and much more. This app was developed by the city's Information Technologies Division and the Emergency Preparedness Division to help you stay safe this hurricane season.
Welcome back to JaxParks TV. Right now we're here at the floating dock in Dutton Island. You know, partnerships are an important role to making our city better. Mayor Brown took steps to create more opportunities by establishing the Office of Public-Private Partnerships. Recently, Pam sat down with the folks at the Baselli Foundation to see how the JaxParks partnership was progressing. Later, she sat down with the Commissioner of Public-Private Partnerships to discuss the important role partnerships play in the city.
Turkey, dressing, and pumpkin pie were just the trimmings, but it's faces like these that were at the heart of this year's Baselli Foundation Youth Life Learning Center's Thanksgiving dinner. The foundation offers learning center programs at 2 JaxParks facilities, Simons Johnson and Russellville Cook. It's another example of how partnerships are working to benefit our city.
Truly, we probably wouldn't be able to do what we do to the scale that we currently do it at without the partnership with the city. Both of us put money together to renovate them, to make them first class. So without the city of Jacksonville and the great partnership that we have, it would be very difficult to accomplish what we have so far.
The program's core mission is to help young people through education and character development. Parents attending the Thanksgiving dinner agree it's a formula that really works.
If I rate it, I will rate it as a 10. The staff is always helping. They go above and beyond for the kids.
The Baselli Foundation, it has really, like I say, been a positive eye-opener for my family. My daughter, she's very encouraged now with school, with reading, for us just helping others. She'll sit down and help her cousin read a book or do their homework.
Baselli attributes the program's success to excellent staff, wonderful supporters, and family involvement.
And for the young people to enter into our program, they have to sign a contract as well as their parent or guardian. And we do that because we want the entire family involved.
It's a good idea to have the parents involved because it encourages the kids to see that their parents is concerned with their education as well as the teachers. We are both here and we're working as a team, as a family to help them do better academically in school.
It's fun. Like actually, we come and we do homework with the kids. We try to get involved.
For more information about the Baselli Foundation Youth Life Learning Centers, visit online at thebasellifoundation.com.
Renee Finley is the Commissioner of Public-Private Partnerships for the City of Jacksonville, and today she has invited us into her office to tell us more about what the office does, as well as how it can benefit parks and other programs with the city. So Renee, thanks for talking with us today. Absolutely. Let's start off with what the Office of Public-Private Partnership is and how you got into this position.
Office of Public-Private Partnerships is really about advocating and facilitating both private sector and nonprofit community involvement in either the operation or facilitation ownership of public property, public services. And I had the distinct pleasure to be part of Mayor Brown's administration as an executive on loan as he was looking to streamline the budget and asked for executive sponsorship to come in and be part of his team. So I'm here for 18 months serving in that executive on loan position.
What organization are you with and who has loaned you out and why is that important?
I'm an executive on loan from Florida Blue, and Florida Blue has always been an advocate and supporter of the community, a strong advocate for Jacksonville and our community services really all across Florida. And they wanted to show the support for the mayor and his programs. The mayor's priorities around education, health and well-being, veterans, military support, our seniors, all of those are critically important to our company as well, and so there was a good alignment.
Health and well-being is one of the mayor's initiatives, and Parks plays a role in that. And I know you have been doing a lot of work with our Parks offices to help try to build some partnerships that will help us with programming. Can you talk a little more about that?
Part of the mayor's platform for People and Parks Connection, his three key areas of focus have really been around the improvement of trails, the kayaking access, and of course safety in swimming. And in addition to that, what our office is trying to do is look for those partners who want to be involved in those programs, but in addition also want to participate in the programming that happens within the parks. So for example, the Parks program on Summer Night Lights is a great example of that. We've gone out to reach out into the community to find the right partnerships to help fund and also deliver programs within that initiative.
What does an organization benefit from being a partner with the city in these initiatives?
There's a number of things. First and foremost, I think both as individuals or either as part of a company, we all have a social responsibility. It's an opportunity to give back to the community where we live, work, and play every day. And if we take that responsibility to create the city where our future generations can thrive, that's something just wonderful for each of us. But in addition to that, companies can also benefit from the reach that they get, the advertising and awareness and brand reputation they get by participating in these programs. And these programs align with the markets that they want to serve. And then finally, they have the opportunity to engage with other business partners. So many times what happens is as companies become involved in a particular initiative, they meet other business partners and those relationships continue to thrive even beyond that original program.
If an organization wants to become involved or learn more about partnership opportunities, what is the best thing for them to do?
We encourage our companies to stay well connected with the happenings of the city, what are the programs on the mayor's priorities, and to reach out to us. And the first thing is to make sure that there's good alignment, understanding what their priorities are, what their areas of focus are in terms of community affairs and community service and support. And then we'll look for the right fit. Where does it make sense for that company to get involved? So there's many opportunities, whether that's youth development, early learning and literacy, could be seniors, veterans, education. Again, there's many opportunities. It really is going to take partnerships for this to happen. It's something that if we're going to create the city of the future, we all have to take our part. So I do hope and encourage our local, both private and nonprofit community to engage with us in this venture, and we'll take Jacksonville to the next level.
Wonderful. Thank you. Well, we're so glad to have Renee with us at the City of Jacksonville, and this has been a wonderful interview. We appreciate your time. Back to you.
All right, well, we got to take a quick break, but when we come back, we'll take a look at some of the great sights you can see on and off the water.
Now, let's push off from the dock and check out Dutton Island from the water with one of our local kayak outfitters. Come on.
Hi, I'm Joe Crespi with First Coast Outfitters, and we're here today at Dutton Island in Atlantic Beach with JaxParks. We're here to check out the kayak launch, and we're going to go over a couple tips before you hit the water. So when paddling at Dutton Island, there's a couple things to keep in mind. First off, we're in the Intercoastal Waterway, so one of the things you need to do is make sure you check the tide report and the weather. You can check all of that online. The next thing you want to do is make sure that you've got some form of communication, whether it be a cell phone or a VHF radio. Anytime you go kayaking, you always want to make sure you've got your PFD with you and a whistle. Another thing that helps is leaving a float plan, which is letting somebody know when and where you plan on being back. So let's go for a paddle. Dutton Island is best paddled at high tide. Although it is accessible at low and high tide, at low you're dealing with oyster beds, pluff mud, and situations that can become dangerous. You don't want to crawl up onto the banks because the oysters tend to grow on tidal lines. They like to spend part of the day in the water and part of the day out of the water. When launching from Dutton Island, one of the first things you'll notice is a PVC pipe marked with a canoe trail sign. These canoe trails start at Oak Harbor and head south all the way down the Atlantic Boulevard Bridge. These signs help canoeists and kayakers find their way down the Intercoastal Waterway salt marsh estuaries. It also provides a great scene of Dutton Island. This site also provides easy access to the Intercoastal Waterway. Some of the things that you need to keep an eye out for when paddling down the Intercoastal Waterway are going to be boat traffic, jet skiers, and heavy tides. Thanks for coming out with us today to Dutton Island. For more information and maps, go to JaxParks.com or check us out at Friends of JaxParks on Facebook and YouTube.
Here at Dutton Island Preserve, we have more than 9,000 feet of nature trails, 2 wildlife observation posts, and the canoe kayak launch that you saw earlier in the show. But down the street, we also have the Dutton Island Preserve Expansion, and it's time now to take a special tour with our favorite park naturalist, Gene Schubert, in our next segment of A Walk in the Park.
Welcome. I'm Jean Schubert, Parks Naturalist Supervisor with JaxParks, and we're here today at Dutton Island Preserve Expansion, just up the road from Dutton Island Preserve. Let's go check it out. This park offers a shaded picnic area next to the parking lot to relax and grill some food for an outdoor meal. Or, if you want to get some exercise and take in the sights, then you can travel the easy-to-walk trail. This trail is mostly flat, which makes it perfect for beginning hikers, dog walkers, even cyclists. And it's only a 1.4-mile round trip, so it doesn't take long to see all the wonderful sights the park has to offer. Make sure to take a break at the benches on the way and feast your eyes on this expansive view of the salt marsh. This is one of 2 marsh lookout points you'll want to take notice of on the preserve. Shortly afterwards, the trail splits into a loop that will take you to another beautiful vantage point of the marsh. You'll travel through dense areas of moss-covered trees and lush ferns before making your way back to the entrance. Well, we've come to the end of our tour for today. I hope you'll take your own personal tour soon of this park and many of our other Jacksonville parks. After all, it's as easy as a walk in the park.
Well, that's it for another edition of JaxParks TV. Thanks for tuning in.
And make sure to tell us what you think of the show. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Pinterest.
And get all your information online at JaxParks.com. Hey, before we sign off, we want to say a quick kudos to the city's Information Technology Division for winning the city's Technology Award, being in the top 10. We'll see you back here next time, and until then, we'll see you in the parks.
Bubble. Get it out. Now I'm just making words up.
It's time now to take it. Why do I do that? It's 9. Why am I not saying the word?
Floating jack. And this is being recorded, and it's going to be an outtake. I know it.